fail to bring inner peace. And also those people who are very powerful, I think in deep inside, a lot of anxiety, a lot of sort of stress, a lot of fear and distrust. So material value will not bring real inner joyfulness or inner peace. So the only thing is affection or warm-heartedness. That really brings inner strength, self-confidence. That reduces fear. That develops friendship, trust. Trust brings friendship. We are a social animal. The genuine cooperation among each other is very necessary. Genuine cooperation entirely based on trust. Trust is there. Then, naturally bring together. So therefore, once you see within yourself, more compassionate mind, warm-heartedness, whole atmosphere become more positive, more friendly. Through that way, you see, when you look at the front, yes, you feel, oh, my friend. Look this side, oh, friend. This side also. If you keep here fear, distrust, and you yourself make little distance from other, then that person look here, oh, little suspicion, distrust, more cautious. Look here, again cautious. Look here, again cautious. As a result, deep inside, lonely feeling. Then the problem, blood pressure, too much stress, all these come. One occasion, I think in New York, Columbia University or something, there's one sort of conference with medical scientists. Yesterday, also I mentioned, at that conference, one medical scientist in his sort of was a presentation, right? He mentioned those people who express often I, my, mine, like that. So such people have greater chance or greater risk of heart attack. He didn't explain why, but I felt it is quite true, as I mentioned earlier. Deep inside, fear, distrust, and you yourself always remain a little distance from the rest of the human brothers, sisters. That brings loneliness. And then difficult to communicate with other human beings. After all, you are a social animal. You are part of the community. You have to deal with them. But the very very factor which your interest or your future depend, because of your own inner weakness, you yourself isolate from them. How can that person be a happy person? So more worry, more stress. Sometimes I describe there's too much self-centered attitude, too much selfish. Close our inner door. Through that way, difficult to communicate with other fellow human beings. Once develop more sort of sense of concern of well-being of other brothers, sisters, then inner door automatically open. And very easy to communicate with other people. irrespective whether believer or non-believer. These quality or potential from birth we already have. I think firstly, I think here, perhaps a few thousand people here, everybody come from our mother. So sometimes in India, some sort of stories, some very great person or some saint, you see, born from lotus. So sometimes I jokingly telling people, so such people may have more compassionate attitude towards lotus rather than human being. But anyway, and fortunately, we born from our mother. So as soon as we born, by biological factor, both sides, mother side and child side, some kind of immense sort of feeling of closeness, trust. So from mother side, because of that strong emotion of loving kindness or affection, brought energy from mother in order to protect or in order to care, in order to take care of our child. That's a biological factor, not come from religion, religious faith. Look, animal, no religion, no constitution, no police force. But biological factor, the mother like you see, cat or dog or bird, biologically, you see, they have tremendous sort of affection, sense of concern of their offspring. So biologically, we equipped that kind of sort of affection. So any person or any animal who sort of appreciate others' affection, that also have the potential to show affection to others. So that's by nature like that. Then, furthermore, some scientists, too much anger, too much fear, constantly sort of experience that actually eating our immune system. More compassionate mind, very helpful to sustain our immune system. So that shows, because we born through that way, we grown up under others' tremendous affection, care. So therefore, in our blood, some kind of the affection, seed of affection already there. So, a more compassionate mind, our physical element goes very well. Irritative mind not go well with body component as well. So, we can say basic human nature is more positive, more compassionate. And after all, we are social animal. Even other animal, those kind of social animals, they also have limited altruism because that need for survival. So then we, human beings, because of this intelligence, altruistic mind can extend, can increase, can expand. The compassion, which come from biological factor, that as a seed. Then using our human intelligence, the thinking or the investigation, the pros and cons are there, pros and cons. Then you get conviction, you get awareness. The warm-heartedness is so important.